parents, it's Mrs. Kibodeaux from Negley Elementary School. Y'all, I just heard the craziest story and I have to share it with you. It's about a little boy named Peter who goes out and sees a big, bad, hairy, scary wolf. What sound does a wolf make when they howl? Oh, fabulous. This story, boys and girls, is told through music. Isn't that cool? It's by a man named Sergei Prokofiev. Everyone say Prokofiev. Prokofiev is kind of wackadoodle like Kibodeaux. I love it. The illustrations in this, that means the pictures, were created by Peter Malone. If you look on the front, you can see some of the characters that we will meet. There's Peter. Oh, there's a kitty cat. There's a wolf and a duck. Oh, and there's a little bird up top too. What are they playing? Instruments, all different kinds of instruments. I can't wait to share this wackadoodle story with you. Let's get started.
Once upon a time, while his grandfather was asleep, Peter tiptoed from their cottage out to the garden. He opened the gate and skipped out into the wide green meadow. A little bird was perched on a branch of a big tree near the garden wall. He was Peter's friend. "Good morning, Peter," the bird chirped happily. "What a great day it is! What do you want to do today?" Peter's duck followed Peter out the gate, which he forgot to close, and wandered off into the meadow. She was excited to go for a swim in the cool blue pond, which was right in the middle of the meadow. The little bird and the duck were friends, but sometimes they liked to tease each other. The bird saw the duck swimming and flew over and said, "What kind of bird are you if you can't fly?" The duck quacked back, "What kind of bird are you if you can't swim?" They were so busy teasing each other that they didn't notice the cat sneaking through the tall grass. "Meow, while they are arguing, I shall creep up on that bird and catch him. Meow." Peter spotted him just in time and yelled, "Look out!" The bird swooped up the tree and the duck swam quickly to the middle of the pond, quacking loudly at the duck. Quack, 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 quack. Uh-oh. Just then, Grandfather came out of the house. He was angry with Peter for leaving the gate open and going out into the meadow alone.
"The meadow is a dangerous place," he said. "What if the wolf had come out of the forest?"
Peter said, "I'm not afraid of a wolf." His grandfather said,
"Silly boy, a wolf is dangerous."
He took Peter back into the garden and closed the gate firmly. And then the danger came. Out of the trees across the meadow, a big, hungry, scary, mean wolf crept through the tall grass. The cat spotted the wolf first and ran to the tree by the garden wall and climbed as high as she possibly could. The duck still did not see the wolf until it was too late. She waddled as fast as she could, but the wolf was faster. He snapped her up and swallowed her whole. The wolf licked his lips and trotted over to the tree. He paced around and around, staring up at the cat.
"Come down and play with me,"
said the wolf to the cat, pretending to be friendly.
"I won't hurt you."
Peter was watching all that was going on from behind the safety of the closed gate. "I'm not afraid of the wolf," he said. He grabbed a strong rope and climbed to the garden wall near one of the big branches of the tree. He grabbed the branch, swung himself into the tree, and whispered to the bird, "Fly down and circle around the wolf's head, but be careful. Don't get too close." The little bird fluttered and flapped and brushed the wolf with his wings, but as hard as the wolf tried, he could not catch the bird. Peter made a loop at the end of his rope and lowered it carefully over the wolf's tail. Then he pulled the loop tight, and the wolf was trapped. The wolf began to leap around, trying to escape, but Peter had tied the other end of the rope to the tree. The wolf was stuck. Just then, hunters came through the forest, firing their guns. Bang, bang, bang! They were following the trail of the wolf.
"Look, he went this way,"
they yelled and fired their guns again. Bang, bang, bang! But Peter called down from his tree, "Why are you shooting? The little bird and I have caught the wolf." They all set off to a triumphant parade in town. Peter led the way, followed by the hunters and Grandfather and the little bird. Grandfather was not so happy that Peter had tried to capture the wolf, because something bad could have happened, but he was very proud in the end of Peter's courage and was so glad that he was okay. But what about the duck, you may ask? Well, she was making such a quacking and thrashing around in the wolf's stomach that the wolf coughed her up. She was perfectly fine and joined the parade, quacking triumphantly. Quack, 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 quack. And now we say the end. Thank you so much for joining me in reading Peter and the Wolf. I hope you loved listening just as much as I loved reading to you.